Heavyweight bout here that was supposed to happen a month ago back at UFC 287. Karl Williams versus Chase Sherman. Sherman coming in at plus 382, minus 382 for Karl Williams. Over under 2.5 rounds, plus 124 for the over, minus 124 for the under. Karl Williams coming in here off of the big win against Lucas Dresky, which he looked like a big athlete in that one. And I got to say, I think it's a terrible matchup for Chase Sherman, but it seems like this price is a little bit hefty. I'm not going to lie. I mean, back in April when they were supposed to fight, I was on Karl Williams, but the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't want to pay minus 300 something, like close to minus 400 on a low level heavyweight fight, even if it is a bad matchup, because who's to say Karl Williams doesn't go in there, land a couple takedowns, Chase Sherman survives, and then he gasses out and Chase Sherman, starts to take over, which that's what low level heavyweights turns into, two guys that, if one of them gasses, the other guy's just always got to do is lay on top of you and start giving some ground and pound. But Karl Williams did go 3 rounds with Lucas Dresky and had the cardio advantage in that one. So I think he wins this fight probably within the distance, unless he gasses himself in the first round and just can't find the finish and has to lay on him. But the guy is explosive, and he's got some really sick takedowns. He'll pick you up and slam you. He just got to worry about that cardio, because he could easily win this fight just by holding on to him and using his strength and his wrestling and just win a 3-round decision. But if he wants to go for the finish early, he's got to beware of gassing himself out, and Chase Sherman could take over late. But I'll take Karl Williams for the sake of the show. And I don't know about a prop, because it really just depends how he fights. What do you think?
Yeah, no, if Chase Sherman, normally Chase, it seems like in the fights he wins, he comes on later. He gets kind of builds and gets better as the fights go on with the striking. But in this one, I think he's got to get to him early, and he's got to put a pace on him early and try to just take some of that energy out of him. Because if you look at a lot of Chase's losses, they have one thing in common. It's that he's getting taken down. And once he gets taken down, guys beat him. Whether it's Jake Collier by submission, by rear naked choke, Alexander Romanov submitted him after taking him down 3 times. And a handful of other guys have been able to get him to the ground too. So if you're Karl Williams, he probably knows that. He knows his game plan is always to wrestle too. So I don't think anything changes here with that. I think he looks to get it to the ground. And if he gets Chase to the ground, it's either going to be a decision or probably a knockout, because you don't see really many submissions by Karl Williams. But man, that price, it's hard to get over that price and looking at it, especially against a guy like Williams who hasn't really fought, a striker like Chase Sherman. Yeah, Chase Sherman's got a ton of losses in the UFC, has a hard time buying a win every now and then. But at the end of the day, he does have a lot of volume for a heavyweight. And, he hits decently hard, and he puts together really good combinations. So I don't know if Williams has seen a fighter quite like that, but I don't even know if he's going to see it Saturday, because he could just get a takedown immediately and control the whole round or fight, or find some kind of TKO finish. So as far as the price goes, I don't even think it's worth a shot at this point playing Chase Sherman. The pick's going to be Karl Williams. Too wide for me to even play it on the betting line. But yeah, man, I think Karl Williams, that athleticism and strength is just going to be too much, and he'll get it to the ground with ease.
Yeah,